Welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is EVE Online, and today we're going to be discussing loyalty points. First of all, what are loyalty points? Well, quite simply, loyalty points are a currency used in loyalty point stores which you use to purchase various items. What kind of items are here, you ask? Well, many different things. If we have a look at this icon here in this station, this is the loyalty point store for this particular corporation, and as we scroll down we see there are lots of different implants and faction ammunition and more implants, and there's some faction modules and more implants, more modules, some blueprints, even more modules, and all the way down at the bottom are faction ships. So that's the kind of things you can buy with loyalty points. Now each corporation will have slightly different things on offer based on their faction and the type of corporation they are. There is a full database of things which you can find in every corporation, which I shall show you just now. Here is the database site, a link to which will be in the description below. What you can do, you can filter it by faction. So for instance, we'll just say Galenti Federation, and then you can pick from any one of these corporations, say Federation Navy. And again, this will give us pretty much the same list as we just saw in game, so you can browse that to your heart's content. How do we gain loyalty points? You are awarded loyalty points each time you complete a mission for an agent, with distribution and mining not providing very many loyalty points per mission, but they are at least very quick to finish. And security agents give you more loyalty points per mission, with higher level agents obviously giving you more loyalty points. For example, level 4 security agents will give you somewhere between 3,000 and up to about 6 or even 10,000 per mission. Level 5 security agents will provide 50 to 60,000 loyalty points per mission. But do be warned, all level 5 security agents are in low sec, and the missions are so difficult that most players either use carriers or marauders to run them, and as such they're a very niche activity. And as I said, they are in low sec and everybody knows where the level 5 agents are, so all the systems surrounding the level 5 agents are absolutely chock full of player pirates looking to bag themselves an extremely expensively fitted PvE ship on their kill board. So do be careful if you're going to attempt level 5 missions. How do you spend loyalty points? Well, if you go to your wallet and click this Loyalty Points Corporation tab up here, after a while it will load and it will list all the corporations with which you have loyalty points. It will tell you how many loyalty points you have and where their nearest store is. So once you've gone there, you just open this loyalty point store tab right here, and you can filter this for the price. You can filter it to show ones you can afford to buy right now, which is also based on the items you have with you, because if you go back to show all, you'll see there is a required items tab, and indeed, other than costing you loyalty points and ISK, if you wanted to buy 5,000 Federation Navy Antimatter Charge S, we would need 1,200 loyalty points, 1.2 million ISK, and 5,000 Tech 1 Antimatter Charge S. That is why the purchase button is greyed out, because we do not have the relevant items. See, some of these things require quite a lot of stuff. This one needs 35 of these tags and 21 of these tags, and a module, and ISK and loyalty points. So it can get quite pricey and difficult to find things. Hey, let's talk about loyalty point strategies now. If your goal is simply to convert your loyalty points into ISK, then you can make use of another website, which I shall show you just now, which will show you the profit per loyalty point for your corporation. This is the website here. It's quite simple. What you do, you come over here to this list, you find the corporation. I believe we're in a Rodan Shipyards station. This next filter is where you're going to be selling it. It defaults to the Forge because that's where Jita is, which is the biggest trade hub in the game. And you either select sell prices, which is what people are selling these items for in Jita, or you can select buy prices, which is what people are paying to buy these items from you immediately in Jita. So if you want an immediate sale, you'll click buy prices. We'll do that, and then we'll explain what all this means. ID, that is the ID tag of this item. This is how much loyalty points it costs you. This is how much ISK it costs you. This is the item you get. The quantity is how many items you get. So for 80,000 loyalty points, no ISK, we will get one quantity of Federation Navy Comet. And we also have to trade in one Gallente Gamma Nexus chip and one Incursus. Now this other cost is what the game reckons the price of the Gallente Gamma Nexus chip and the Incursus will cost you. The buy price is the market price which has been paid for that item. 5% volume is how many of that item are currently on the market. You can of course cross-reference this with the EVE Tycoon market browser, and I would strongly suggest that you always cross-reference things. And then quite simply doing a very basic formula, it works out how many ISK per loyalty point you get. Now these ones are in red because it's terrible. So what you can do, you can just click it to sort it top to bottom. So if we were going to be going by buy prices in Jita, we see that we could sell 6 of this implant at 16.6 million each. It would cost us 10,875 loyalty points and 4.35 million to buy them, and that would result in us getting a profit of 1,131 ISK per loyalty point. So we'll do the same again. We shall go to Rodin Shipyard's Forge, and this time we'll go sell prices and see the difference here. So instead of getting 1,000 loyalty point as the top, we're now getting 3,000, but that is only for 2 items. And it needs all these tags, so I would avoid anything with a very low volume like this. I would not go on a spending spree and buying all these tags and then trying to race up to Jita, because by the time you get there, that market order has probably been superseded and the ISK for LP will have dropped. I like to go for things with larger amounts like this, 15 here. Here's some ammo. Ammo is always good, even though it's only 1,731. The 5% volume is 36,422, so I'm not sure you're going to miss out on this market price. Remember, this is sell orders, so if you're going to put this on market, you're going to have to put it on market for less than this to get the sale, which will lower your ISK per loyalty point. One very popular corporation to use is the Sisters of Eve. If you select sell prices and go here, so you usually get about 1,500 to 2,000 ISK. That's because their probes and probe launchers are very popular. They sell an awful lot. Here they are, Sisters Combat Scan Probe and the Sisters Core Probe will be here somewhere. They're always very popular, in high demand. But again, they're in high security space. There are only 3 level 4 security agents for the Sisters of Eve, and everybody knows where they are, and all of their systems are quite heavily camped as well. So do be careful when you go there. Don't fly anything too expensive, otherwise you're going to get yourself into trouble. Or of course, you could just run missions for whichever corporation is closest to you and use that website to identify the best price and do that, because at least you'll be able to run missions in relative safety doing it that way. And of course, you can use loyalty points to become self-sufficient. For example, you can gather and melt down cheap loot from missions, use that to build ammunition, and then expend some loyalty points and that ammunition to upgrade that ammunition into faction ammo, which will help you improve your run times, and over time will earn you more money. There are other ways to gain loyalty points. If you run incursions, which are the high-end fleet-based raid-style content, you will be awarded with Concord LP. This can be spent in the Concord loyalty point store, or it can be converted into other corporations' loyalty points. Now this does come with a loss mechanic. If you are converting it into a corporation belonging to one of the empires, you lose 20% of your loyalty points in the conversion process. For non-empire but non-pirate factions, such as the Sisters of Eve or Thucker Tribe or someone else like that, you lose 60% of the conversion. And Concord LP cannot be converted to Faction Warfare LP or Pirate Corp LP at all. And yes, if you do Faction Warfare, you will be earning loyalty points as part of that. And the Faction Warfare stores have exclusive items not available to any other corporation belonging to that faction. Loyalty points are non-transferable. Players cannot directly give each other loyalty points. You can of course buy items, sell them for ISK and then transfer the ISK. Player corporations can tax their members' loyalty points in the same way as they tax their ISK, but this is a one-way tax. Loyalty points owned by the corporation cannot be transferred back to the players. Corporations can donate loyalty points to other corporations, which allows large alliances to put all the loyalty points from all the member corps into a single holding corp, which can then buy items on behalf of the entire alliance. And that is pretty much it for loyalty points. There is not too much more to it. You can either use them to buy items for yourself, which may or may not be cheaper than simply buying it from the market. Do always check market prices. Or of course, you can buy items which sell for the most on the market and then use that ISK to simply buy the other items you want. But you can be self-sufficient through doing this. For example, if you really want an item and there are none of it on the market, do look around in loyalty point stores, maybe you'll find what you want. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you find it informative, and I hope to see you again for the next one. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.